Hey everybody, this is Stephanie. So I want to show you real quick a tutorial on this blanket right here. I have a video explaining how I did it, but not really a tutorial. So I wanted to give that to y'all to let y'all see how it's been made. I made this about a year ago, so if you want to just basically hear about it, I do have a video up. This was inspired by loom here on YouTube, Denise. So she did hers in squares, and then she sewed them together. The only difference I did, instead of trying to do the sewing at the end, I just kept adding them together. I would do the 20 rows or so, whatever it is, to get to 8 inches. And then I would just cast on the next color. And I did that for all 4 squares. And then I took it off the loom, and then I did the next column, all 4 colors, just adding them together. And then I did a crochet border, and like I said in my previous video, this is what comes up when I'm sewing just the edges. So it comes out like this. So if you do not like that, then this may not be the video for you, but I personally prefer it this way than having to sew in all the squares. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and show you this. I just started I almost dropped that. I just did the E-wrap cast on, which is E-wrap is like this, like that. I did that all the way this way and all the way back. Now I'm going to go ahead and just flip them over. This is the garter stitch, if you know what you see right here. And it's a simple stitching of 1 row E-wrapping, the next row purling, and I'm going to show you that next. I hope you can see. It's not the best angle, but I use my phone to record, so I kind of have to make what I make with what I have. So you're just basically putting the bottom loops over the top loops, and yes, it is 2 strands for thickness because this is a bigger gauge, so that way it's not as airy. It's a bit thicker. And you kind of want that for a baby blanket, especially if they're newborn. So, now what I do for the edges, I keep them the same. I only E-wrap on this one and on this one, and it gives it a V shape, kind of like a little looser for the edges, but I like that look. You don't have to do it. You can do this row. You can do it along with the pattern, but I don't. I keep them the same. So now we're going to purl. I'll give you a better example of what I mean about the edging as I go along. I know it may sound confusing, but I will show that. In the background you may hear splashes. My son's taking a bath, and I have the door open in case he calls me for more toys or something else. I tried to do this earlier where he was still asleep, but I kept messing up, so he's awake and he's getting his bath. He already had his cereal. So let's see how long I can do this. I have to do this really quick, kind of. Because when he's awake, it's mommy time. Pretty sure most of us know how that is. So I'm just purling. You know how to do this. This is basically all you need to know for this blanket. Oops, you do not belong there. I hope I'm in frame. I hope I am. But I can't really see. I have this, my phone on a shelf, so you can get a good view. So I can't even see my phone, and after I'm on my knees on a step ladder, so that way I can see it, but I can't, and I don't want to step on it the whole time. But let's see. So the pegs, that I use 23 pegs that you have to cast on to make the squares, which was known, in my previous video, as well as Luma Hat's video. Alright, so after I've done that, the purling, I don't purl the last one, and you're going to see right now. I just do the E-wrap. Because, like I said, I want the edges to be the same. But, I mean, it's totally up to you guys. It does give it a looser finish, which is what I'm going to be doing that crochet. It's going to be this right here. That's why I think, you see how it's like the V's? I think that's why, you know, it came out a little bit bigger. But, you know, it's just preference on how you want to do it. You know, at the end of the day, it's basically, if you want to just go with the pattern, which I should have purled it as well as this. But this one never gets purled at the beginning. It only gets E-wrapped. So I kind of wanted to have it the same. Okay, let me see. I'm going to E-wrap across. And the way I put in the next color after the 20 rows, or however many rows it took to get 8 inches, which is the standard square for this video, I cast it on the next color. I did it after, actually I did it after the pearl. I could have showed you right now, actually. You know what, I'm going to do that, guys, just so that it doesn't have to be really long. So, I'm just taking it back off. I know, I'm doing this like crazy. Probably wondering on what I'm doing. Taking the loops back off because I can just show you. It's not like I'm really going to make it. If not, you're going to just see me do the same thing repetitively. It's going to be repetitive. So, after the pearl, which is how I change colors, I do it after the row because the garter stitch is E-wrap and then a pearl. So it's going to be a new garter stitch pattern. I'm going to do the next color, which is how I add each square. So we're pretending this is a 20 rows. I'm going to show you slip knot really quick in case you don't know how to do it. So that's how I do mine. And I'm just going to add it on right there. Just add it on as if it's part of like the strand never went. Oh my gosh, guys. Ooh, nice save. There you go. And you cut this off. This gets cut off, and then you can knot it together with the other tails. You can knot it together to give it a more secure bond. I do. I know some people don't like the knots in their work, but for me, as long as it gets the job done, you know, it's kind of what you want to do, your main goal. So you tighten up that purple, and then you E-wrap all the way done. And this is how I did it. You know, I didn't do anything else, and I just, you know, I kind of cut corners. I didn't want to have to sew in these squares. So, and this is all there was to it. Simple blanket, really easy. I'm so happy that I did it. I kind of want to do another one. Yes, little guy? Are you ready to jump out? No. No? Did you want more toys? No. I need you. Okay, buddy, I'll be right there. So that's there's nothing to it. And you just keep doing that and you do the 20 rows. So I hope I explained this the best I can. If you have any questions after this, please feel free to link them down below, and I'll try and answer them as best I can. Thanks for watching. I'm coming, little guy.